For my experimental film, I wanted to focus on cinematography, in particular looking at lighting and how it affects the mood in a film. In addition to this, I looked at editing and how I could use green screens to create the effect of a social media page. When I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my experimental film, I was thinking about the other films we had made for the rest of the year. One of the main things that I had felt we had neglected in our films was the use of light. We often shot in natural light that was available to us, or put in lights which afterwards we decided weren't actually necessary, such as the red light in our film All the Time in the World. The main thing that made me want to look at lighting was because of our last film. For the Vacancy film, the genre was horror. I was a producer of the film, and when planning the film, I talked to the director and the DOP about using low-key lighting and lighting the face rather than the room. However, overall the film was too light and we lost the fear factor of the film, which meant it didn't particularly fit the horror film conventions. When I was researching the lighting, I wanted to look at the impact it made on the audience. One of the websites I found gave me different colours of lighting and the mood that they created when it was seen, such as white showing the beginning or insecurity, and red showing passion or danger. One book that I looked at was Film Lighting by Chris Malkowitz. This helped me learn about different types of lighting. I learned how soft lighting makes a film look natural, creating verisimilitude, and how hard lighting is a stereotypical Hollywood lighting. This also gave me a lot of practical theories on how to set up different lights for different styles. One of my inspirations from the lectures was when Barry talked about how he created an overhead light for one of his music videos. I used this idea to create my own soft light. I used an LED strip and a box to create my own light, which will create a soft low-key lighting for the film. This also gave me the ability to change the colours through the remote control coming with the LED light strips. One of my main inspirations for my film is the photographer and videographer Harris Newcomb. His work uses many colours, and the main inspiration for me was the use of his colour red in a lot of his photographs. In his video for Ellie Watson's song Suspended, he used multiple colours throughout the video. Although they seem partially muted, they still construct different moods. One example is the use of the colour white. The use of this light in the video, and the position of the artist in the frame, creates this sense of innocence and naivety, as I learned about earlier from the book. When I was making the film, I wanted to focus on the lighting and the editing. I'd already taken a copy of a layout of an Instagram page, and using Photoshop, used the magic wand tool to select the area which the video was going to be in. I then changed the colour of this selected area to green. I then exported this as a PDF and loaded it into After Effects. I used the Keylight tool to remove the background, leaving the outline behind. I then used the Transform tools to change the position and scale so that it would track in so that the picture would then fit the screen. I was quite pleased with how my After Effects work went. I hadn't used After Effects before the lectures, and I think using the transitions that I did helped me develop my skills working there. I think there are still many ways that I can improve my work in After Effects. I think I've only started to scratch the surface with it and need to develop my skills greater, even in just the basic transitions. Although I gain knowledge on how lighting affects the mood in a film, I think that in some areas the lighting in my film was too soft, and you actually can't see the full impact that it has on the subject. I think the key thing that I've learned from my experimental, even though I feel that it doesn't fully come across in the video, is how colours affect the mood. The research that I did, especially on that website, which showed me the different colours, such as red showing romance and the white showing the innocence of the character, I think that has helped, and I hopefully will be able to develop my knowledge of using the colours and lights in the films, in my films in the future, and will improve my work. Another problem with the film was the light that I created didn't fit the frames per second that the camera ran on. I tried changing these to a couple of different settings, but unfortunately none of them matched. So we ended up having a slightly wave on the lights, which makes it jarring to watch. If I was going to do it again, I'd like to have better lights to give a better effect on the characters, and to perhaps change the way that they were acting. As I didn't have trained actors for this, I kind of just asked them to sit there as I usually would and just change the lights as if they were kind of having a normal conversation. Whereas if I wanted to amplify the results that I had, I would have had them changing their mood with the different lights to give a full effect of the lights and how they change the mood.